Hello there, my name is T7 and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to get a really easy perfection. Now, obviously a perfection isn't going to just come to you out of nowhere, you've got to work for it and you've got to know what to do. And definitely something you don't want to be doing is what I'm doing right now, where I'd literally just do like a 360 and kill the guy. You don't want to be doing that, but anyway, there's multiple things you can do and a lot of people overlook this completely, and it's actually outside of Halo 4. Now, surprisingly, being hydrated actually helps the mind, work a lot better. So I've got some facts here. Basically, if you're dehydrated, in other words, you have a lack of water in your system, your heart rate is higher. And some of you might think this is a good thing for like adrenaline and stuff, but it's actually bad. It makes you panic a lot more. You get reduced concentration, and your decision making is poorer than it would be if you were hydrated, and your reaction times are actually slower. These are all proven facts. So what I do when I play Xbox now is I have a glass of water or some squash or anything really, just to that I can drink. If you prefer an energy drink, you can go for that. I just prefer water sometimes, because it is better for you, etc., etc. Now going actually into Halo 4, I have a number of playlists that I have got perfections in. I've got it in Big Team Battle, I've got it in Infinity Slayer, Capture the Flag. I've got perfections in multiple playlists. But I've actually rated these easiest to hardest, and this is in my opinion. Now in this list I haven't actually put Dominion in it because I don't think to this day I have played an actual full game of Dominion. I don't know why. I don't know why I haven't got around to doing it. Apparently it's actually quite fun. Anyway, from the top, the easiest I'm going to say is Infinity Slayer. Now, obviously, you need to have a group of friends that you're going to be able to do this with, whether it's just a friend or a whole team of 4. I do recommend having a whole team of 4. I have done it with a friend before. One of my friends who helps me get perfections quite a lot is Josh. So yeah, thank you to you. But in this game, I'm playing with 2 of my mates from the MLG team that I created. Just 2 of the mates from the MLG team I created. So yeah, Infinity Slayer definitely up there at number 1. Second, I put Big Team Battle. Now, the thing about Big Team Battle is obviously there's a lot of people on each side, so you need to keep your eyes and your ears open and just really be aware. Obviously, Big Team Battle and Infinity Slayer can swap between 1 and 2. If you're really a sort of an aware player, you know where people are and you're always checking behind you, I reckon Big Team Battle, because it is a lot easier as there are more people to kill, but obviously there's more people killing you. So next I'm going to go for Team Objective. Now obviously this is because people focus on the objective, so when you have King of the Hill, people all running into the hill wanting to win the game, you don't necessarily have to win the game to get a perfection. You just have to get 15 kills without being killed. So King of the Hill is actually a really easy one to do it in, because everyone just runs in there, everyone's putting each other onto one shot, and you can just pick off. Yeah, it's kind of cheap, but if you want to get that perfection, Commendation Master, definitely a really good one to do it in. Also Team Doubles, I've got quite a few perfections in Team Doubles, playing with some really good friends. This is really about communication, and it really comes down to Halo's core feature, which is teamwork, which you want to be using a lot of when you're playing this game type. And that actually links in with Capture the Flag as well. It's the exact same sort of thing, a lot of teamwork, a lot of chat. It does help if you've got a mic, it's a lot easier to do that, to get perfections, etc. Then I'm just going to rattle through this. So then we got Team Snipers, then we go into SWAT. Obviously it's kind of difficult because you get killed in one shot, it's not very nice. Then you get to stupid things like Flood and Griffball, and at the bottom of my list I have Regicide. Now I think this should be, in my opinion, this should be an achievement, because getting a perfection in Regicide is extremely difficult. Like I haven't even got close to getting one. But yeah, so Regicide, obviously you have to get a certain amount of kills, you have to and points to win the game, and you want to get a perfection whilst being the king. So I don't know, if someone has a Regicide perfection gameplay where you win the game, I would love to watch that, because that would be a really interesting video. But now moving on, what I use in my classes, I use a DMR. Now you can sort of switch between a BR and a DMR. I prefer the DMR because it's a 5-shot, and the 4th shot puts them onto 1 shot. A lot of people don't know this between the BR and the DMR. The 4th shot on a DMR puts them onto 1 shot, which allows you to get the final headshot for the 5th shot, which gets you the kill. Whereas with a battle rifle, on your 4th shot, they're actually really low shields, and your last 3 burst shot actually kills them, and they're actually not on 1 shot for your 4th shot. So I just kind of prefer DMR. Plus it really benefits accurate players. So yeah, that's what I use. I also use frags. I don't use stickies. I rarely use stickies actually, because I just prefer the bounce of a frag. You can get it around corners. With a sticky, you just sort of chuck it at the wall and it drops instantly. It doesn't really suit my playstyle. And my armor ability, I used to use a jetpack a lot, but then I realised I kept flying up to the top of the map, and I'm going to be using 2 gameplays for this, guys, because it's going to be quite a long video. So I just flew up to the top of the map and I was getting shot from all angles. So now I've just started to use what's it called? Thruster pack, which in my opinion is really good because you can get around corners and things like that. So it's kind of easy. So yeah, moving on. Also, you want to try and find your optimum time that you're best at playing. So for me, it's it kind of varies. I mean, if I'm having a whole day off and I don't have school, it'll sometimes be around 2 o'clock, and then in the evenings it'll be from like 7:30 to 8:30. Like when I get on to like 9 p.m. onwards, my brain starts to sort of shut down. I mean, yeah, I know it's early, but in the night. But I don't know. I just don't seem to be playing as well. I mean, I have got perfections at like 11 at night, but it's kind of down to luck, that sort of perfection. Also, you're not going to get a perfection every game. Obviously, the people you play against, like the people in the first gameplay, they weren't pros, so it was kind of easy to get some of them. But I wanted to move on to probably one of my most important points, or a couple of points. I've been looking at a couple of how to get perfection videos on YouTube, and they say power weapons are really, really important in getting them. Now, I agree with that. Power weapons are really useful to getting perfections, but in this game, me and my friends, I think we joined when either our team or their team had 2 kills, so all the power weapons had actually been taken on the map. And yeah, so we joined late, so we didn't have a chance to get any of the power weapons, and we had to wait for the respawn, which is, on some maps it's like 1:30, on other maps it's 2 minutes. So it varies, but a lot of people say, you have to sort of depend on getting this power weapon, and I don't know, I just kind of like to prove people wrong, so I'd like to think that I've done that in the first gameplay. So yeah, that's another good point, is you don't have to get the power weapons. And also, I've heard a lot of people say playing defensively is sort of the way to go. And when people release these videos saying like you can play defensively, and like you could say it was campaign, but at the end of the day it gets you a perfection. And then, as you saw in the first gameplay, I definitely wasn't playing defensively. Obviously, when I was on one shot, I would retreat because that's just instinct. But if you want to scroll back, I don't know if you can be bothered, but if you want to scroll back for the last kill, I think I get a sticky det and then charge the last guy with a snapshot with the beam rifle. Yeah, so I don't know, I just like to prove people wrong, like by saying you don't have to be defensive, you don't have to have the power weapons. All you've got to use is initiative, the right class, and you've got to be hydrated, you've got to be ready, you've got to be wanting to get perfection. And that, in my opinion, that's the best way to do it. So, yeah, this has been T7. If this helps and you get a perfection, please let me know. I'd be really happy to see how you've done it. And, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. So I'll see you guys later.